Welcome back to the channel and welcome to the first rebuild of FC24. Today we are taking on Ajax, where they currently sit 16th in the Eredivisie after only 6 games. Now they do have a couple of games in hand, and I do not expect them to be able to sit in the bottom and fight for relegation. They will be back towards the top in no time, I'm just sure about it. I'm still not sure how their manager is not fired, but he's not, and let me show you why they're doing so bad. The players they let go, the players they try to bring in to replace those players haven't worked out. Let's get into the rebuild. Now here we go. They go ahead and but they sell a couple of decentish players. Mohamed Kudus, he has went over to West Ham United alongside Edson Alvarez, a great midfielder for them for last season, for over the last couple of seasons. In fact, they also lost out to Jurrien Timber over to Arsenal. This is for sure 100,000,000% their biggest loss of the season. They have not been able to find anybody that can do what he did for Ajax and what he will do for Arsenal when he's back, and what he was already doing before he actually got injured. But when he's back for Arsenal, he's going to be absolutely amazing. And then this one's not really that much of a big loss because honestly he wasn't that great anyway for Ajax, but Bassi has also been going to Fulham. We are looking at the squad now, and honestly, looking at this, it doesn't look too bad. However, Brobry is their main striker that they choose to play most of the time, I believe. He is simply not good enough. On FC24, he might be great and all that, but in real life, he is not good enough. He has not been living up to what he should be playing. Berghaus, he is decent, but he is getting old, and this Ajax team needs some youth in it. They need to bring in some youth, refreshing the squad, fire the flipping manager. Bergwijn as their club captain, I'm sorry, but he is just absolutely awful. He is one of the worst players I've ever seen play in real life, and I've seen a lot of players. I watch him less religiously in USL. Forbes here, he's a very great option for the future. I'm not quite sure if he has a future for us or a present for us right now. He has been loan listed for at least 1 season. We'll see what he can do. They have Rulli here, but apparently he wants to already go back to Sevilla, I believe, to help them out as some club in Spain, Sevilla or Valencia, somewhere, Villarreal, somewhere like that. I believe he wants to already go back, so we might have to look at to replace him and selling him. Sutalo is a decent center back, but again, not doing what Jurrien Timber could do. Ranch has a potential to do something like Jurrien Timber could do. However, he can't really play center back. He is a more right back. This is more of a Serginho Dest replacement from a long time ago when they got rid of him. We have Sosa here at left back. He was supposed to be very good. He's a very good talent in the world of football, and he just simply hasn't been living up to his hype or what he should have been doing. Taylor is a good option and probably one of their better players in this starting 11 at the moment right now. And in fact, I believe he is the best player. But however, that being said, I don't know if he has a future with us at the present. He might in the future. We are going to look to loan him out. Voss, honestly, it's him or Terhovic, which honestly both options aren't even that great. We also have Hato, who is going to be loan listed as well, 17 years old. He is not quite ready for first team football. And then obviously y'all know about Rulli. Other than that, Miko Dese, he's a good option. Akpom, they just recently acquired him. He is probably going to end up being our #1 striker, at least for the time being. We have Van de Boom, who could also play here as a CM, but 27 years old, he's honestly not that good. Everybody else here is kind of a must sell. We have roughly, how much money do we have? I think it's 35 million. We have 26 million. That is before the player sales. We are going to go ahead and do some business. And the first signing of the window is bringing in Emil Smith-Rowe, rumored to be joining Newcastle from Arsenal in a January transfer window. Not getting the game time he needs and deserves here at Arsenal. So we are going to go ahead and bring him over to Ajax with a swap deal with Steve Bergwijn, and he will instantly replace him on that left-hand side. He also has the capability of playing at cam as well. 22 years old, 78 overall. Instantly better than Bergwijn. Only 185k came out of my actual transfer budget plus the wages. That is a perfect signing to start this window over. And as we look to sell on Rulli, we bring in another Ajax goalkeeper. Andrew will come into the team for around 7 million over from Vincent. What the fuck? As we look on to sell Rulli from the squad, we bring in goalkeeper Andrew from Gil Vicente for $8.3 million. He will soon be our #1 choice goalkeeper as soon as we sell on Rulli, obviously. And if we don't sell on Rulli, then there's an issue and he won't play. We add some solidarity to our backline by bringing in Scalvini over to Ajax. He will come in from Bergamo Calcio, aka Atalanta, for $9.6 million. As we look to loan out Hado, he will go ahead and replace Hado for now. And the next season, Hado will come in, and it will be a pair between Hado and Scalvini in the starting 11 as our center backs. But for now, him and Sutalo are going to lead that back line. Now, with us needing a right mid and with this man not getting any game time at Dortmund, Giovanni Reyna is here joining Ajax at a right mid spot. Also, another one that is interchangeable with that cam spot and can even play on the left-hand side as well if you wanted to replace Smith Rowe. But Giovanni Reyna comes in for $24 million into this Ajax team. Another American into the team since Serginho Dest has left. It's time to see what he can do in the Eredivisie. Now, honestly, if this transfer happened in real life, I highly doubt it. Maybe a loan, not a permanent transfer. But for now, it makes sense in this career mode, in this rebuild, and he's in our starting 11 instantly. Once again, another player that isn't getting the game time he deserves at Arsenal. He should be playing a lot more often. Obviously, maybe not in the starting 11, but his substitution appearances this season has been kind of exceptional to a point where he should maybe be starting these cup competitions that he's just not starting at all. Fabio Vieira will come into the team from Arsenal, a 78 rated cam. He can also play CM if we ever needed him to, but this team is starting to shape up, and I think we are one signing away from having a great team that can get us back into the Champions League and back on top of the Eredivisie. Last signing of the summer window is Arthur Vermeeren. He will come into that midfield spot from Royal Antwerp, where they had just won that league last season thanks to a crazy last-minute winner from Alderweireld. But he'll come in for $11.4 million instantly in the starting 11. He's going to be one here for the future for sure. I expect him to go to a big club anytime soon within the next 2 to 3 seasons minimum, even maximum at this point, to be honest. And I expect him to be playing Premier League football, even maybe Bundesliga football as well in the coming future. Some transfers and loans that have been done for this transfer window. Bergvall has been sold to PSG for $21 million. We loan out Hato Mansverk to Wolves and Rayo Vallecano. We sell Gotts to FC Barcelona. We sell Voss to Burnley. Forbes has been sent on loan to Marseille. Gorder has been sold to Hoffenheim. Ayrton has been sold to that team. I'm not going to try and mispronounce it. Taylor has been loaned out to Sevilla. Salah Edine has been sold to Michelin. Barbary has been sold to Juventus for $14 million. Setford has been sold to Celtic. And then the players that we bring in, obviously, if you need a recap of that, Fabio Vieira joins Ajax for $14 million. Smith Rowe joins Ajax for $185K plus Bergwijn. Scalvini joins Ajax for $9.6 million. Giovanni Reyna joins Ajax for $24 million. And then Andrew joins Ajax for $8.3 million, with Vermeeren joining Ajax for $11.4 million. That will lead the starting 11 to look like this. Akpom as our starting striker. Smith Rowe, Vieira, and Giovanni Reyna leading right behind them, with the midfield duo of Van der Borman with Vermeeren, Sosa, Scalvini, Sutalo, and Wrench in net, and then Andrew in net. However, Andrew and Rulli, it'll probably end up being Rulli playing these games because Rulli is still here and I haven't sold him yet. But let's go see where we are at the end of the season. Not only did Ajax come back and win the league, we go ahead and do the Invincibles in the Eredivisie. 28 wins, 6 draws, 84 goals for, 27 goals against, a 57 goal difference. Next best is PSV with 23. We win by a league total of 90 points, 23-point gap between us and second place AZ. We are cruising, and this team is doing fantastic. Akpom 76 rated, Vieira 58 rated, Smith Rowe's up to 81 rated. Wrench, everybody is playing, and as I said, Rulli have definitely been playing. Our top goal scorer of this season has been Akpom with 30 goals. Only 2 assists for him, though, as a striker. That's completely fine. Giovanni Reina is shining here in the Netherlands with 19 goals and 12 assists. Smith Rowe has 13 goals and 12 assists, while Fabio Vieira has 12 goals and 6 assists as well. Honestly, I'm not sure what else this team needs besides just European competition. We're going to bring in Hotto back. We're going to bring in maybe a new right back, maybe a new left back. We're definitely going to have to sell Rulli, though, to make sure he is gone and Andrew can go ahead and play up top. But that was a great first season for the boys at Ajax. And Rulli has been sold to Sporting CP for $16.5 million, which leaves the gateway open for that man right there, Andrew, into the starting 11. -5 overall, maybe, hopefully it won't be a big deal in the long run, but it's good enough for right now. We go ahead and bring in the left back, Miguel Gutierrez, over from Girona. They are doing absolutely fantastic in La Liga at the moment in real life. We go ahead and swap out Borna Sosa in for him, and he will be our starting left back, slowly but surely improving this team. Now, he isn't the highest overall, and in fact, the last 2 signings that we have technically made with Andrews coming in at the starting left back, they have been worse overall. However, long-term potential and long-term value out of these players are going to be a lot better than the players that we have let go for them. Good start to this rebuild. We have $63 million left to spend still. Another season back-to-back league champions. After 34 games, we don't do invincibles this time. Losing 2 games and only winning the league by 3 points to Feyenoord. 25 wins, 7 draws, 85 goals for, 37 goals against. Our defense is still pretty much solid. We also go ahead and win the Orange Becca. I'm mispronouncing that terribly, and I can only apologize. 0-0 on the regular time, 6-5 on penalties. But before that, we also are in the Champions League semi-final against Bayern Munich, in which we have lost that first leg 3-2. I'm going to go ahead and quick sim this game to see if we can get into the final, and then if not, we'll go on to the third season and try and get there. So we are here at match day. I haven't even seen anything. Is my team fully fit? They are fully fit, but they're not fully rested. Sutalo is 84 overall. That is beautiful to see. Giovanni Reina is not going to be able to play this game, though. That is unfortunate. Neither is really Akpom. Neither is Smith Rowe. Akpom is going to have to play because I don't have another striker. We are going to go ahead and quick sim this game and hope for the best. I don't have any real hopes for this. I don't think it's actually going to go very well, and I expect to get into the third season. We win 3-1. We win 3-1, 5-4 on aggregate. Ajax are into the Champions League finals, taking down Bayern Munich. Somehow, some way, we get the job done, and we will be facing off against either Manchester City or PSG in the Champions League final. We are taking on Manchester City in the Champions League final. Just look at that team. Foden, Haaland, Bernardo, Alvarez as a cam, Rodrigo De Bruyne in the midfield, Arnaudu Martinez, another Girona fullback. That is a brilliant fullback and one of the best right backs in this game. Ruben Diaz, Gavardio, Acuna at left back with Ederson in net. We are going to go ahead and go with our team that I have built pretty much from the start. Andrews up to 80 overall. Wrench 80, Sutalo 84, Scalvini still 78, unfortunately. Gutierrez 81 overall, Taylor 80, Vermeeren 80, Giovanni Reina 84, as well as Smith Rowe. The only one that hasn't really grown that much is Akpom, who's still at 79 overall. So if we don't win this game, we know exactly what to fix for next season with Fabio Vieira being at 81. Now, normally I will play this, but I'm going to let the computer play this with this new tactical view here in the Champions League final. Go ahead and leave a like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments what team you want me to rebuild next. I already have an idea in my head, but if y'all can give me a comment, let me know what team y'all want me to rebuild next. I will go ahead and do that team if it has a lot of popularity to it. But for now, it's Champions League final between City versus Ajax. Taylor scores the first goal in the 7th minute here for Ajax. and he takes the lead over Manchester City with a break start here. Where's the stadium at? What stadium are we at? Oh, it doesn't even tell me here. Never mind. I can't tell what stadium are we at. I know it's not Wembley because it's not the first season, but Taylor goes ahead and scores a beautiful goal to open up the scoring here in the Champions League final. Here's Arno into Bernardo, into Holland. Holland, Rodri, Foden. 1-1. They quickly equalize here to level things up in the Champions League final. It's Phil Foden. It's great football by Man City. And we're back to level squares here. Julian Alvarez into Martinez. Martinez now is just going to shield it for some reason. Miguel Gutierrez is not fazed by his former teammate, and he's going to be able to win the ball back. But Aranu, he's insistent in winning it back, but he won't. Gutierrez spins off him. Finds Smith Rowe. Tackled by KDB. It will fall for Taylor. Back into Smith Rowe. We have a wide open attack here. It's Emil Smith Rowe. He cuts in. Emil, and now Taylor on the ball to Vermeeren. Vermeeren has a chance to find Akpom, in which he does. The shot is saved, and Ederson and Ruben Diaz is able to clear it for Man City here. Bernardo Silva crossed in, back post. Wrench deals with the initial ball. Akpom fighting off Foden for the second one. And is that Fabio Vieira looking to win the ball as well? It doesn't work out. It's back to Bernardo into Holland. And Erling Haaland out wide now to Foden, the goal scorer for Man City. Acuna down the left-hand side here. He's going to bring it all the way out to the corner here. Wrench is going to deal with it nicely. Out for a throw-in for the boys. Holland on the ball. Julian Alvarez. Rodri takes the lead for Man City. It's 2-1. Manchester City, with 5 minutes left to go in the first half, has the lead here in the Champions League final. 1 minute left to go in the first half. We will jump in if we really need to. Nothing happens on that little last attack there. In the break, it's 2-1 for Manchester City with 45 minutes left to go. Does it never tell me? It never tells me what stadium we're in. I got to check the pregame more often. But here we are, 2-1 for Man City. 45 minutes left to go to try and grab a equalizer/winner as we give the ball off for kickoff. Vermeeren out wide to Giovanni Reina. Giovanni Reina now is going to cut back in for a little bit. Now into Vermeeren. Can he find out wide for Gutierrez or even Smith Rowe? Or is he going to hold on to the ball for too long and find Bernardo Silva? That is when something like me jumping in would be vital there. And in fact, can I even jump in? No, this is just a manager view. I gotta do all this stuff. We are gonna go ahead and jump in here against Manchester City to try and win this Champions League final. We're down 2-1. I have a personal agenda against Man City. They're my bogey team this year in FIFA. Spending a lot of time over in England doing career modes in the Premier League. Holland is going to be wide open here. It's Holland now against Andrew. He's going to chip him. Gutierrez is there to clear it off the line. It'll fall for Phil Foden into Alvarez, into Erling Haaland. 3-1 for Man City. And surely that's enough for them to win the Champions League here against Ajax. Taylor, Akpom, Fabio Vieira gets one back with 10 minutes left to go. There is a slight hope that we are able to get this over the line and at least push extra time. Francisco Cancelo is going to come on. Fabio Vieira is going to stay on. However, Forbes is going to come on at striker. That sounds crazy, but that's exactly what's happening here. Gutierrez now on the ball. Into Vermeeren, out wide now to Wrench. Can he control that nicely? He can. He's going to look to lay it off to Forbes. He'll lay it off now to Gio Reyna. Back into the box for Forbes, into Taylor. Taylor will lay it off for Fabio Vieira, and Fabio Vieira will equalize things here. It's 3-3 with 4 minutes left to go. The Arsenal boy is destroying Man City once again. Taylor looking to fight to win the ball back. It's going to be one more last opportunity. It's going to fall to Manchester City, and they are going to do absolutely nothing with this. We are headed to extra time here in the Champions League final against Man City. Bernardo Silva into Holland. Holland on the ball still. Back to Bernardo. Bernardo's going to cut back, and Sutalo's going to deal with it nicely. And he'll find Francisco Cancello now on the ball. And he's going to run straight into the brick wall, but he's going to lay it back out wide to Gutierrez. Gutierrez now into Forbes, who Fabio Vieira was offside of that. She fell for him. And it's going to be Forbes instead. Makes a lead for Ajax. 4-3. 3 straight unanswered goals in around, 30-ish minutes of game time. And Ajax are back in front here against Manchester City at the Champions League final. Forbes looking to press, Ajax looking to press, not allow them any type of space here, but this is exactly what they are getting now. Holland out wide, blocked, crossed by Scalvini. It will fall for Francisco Cancello, intercepted by Dorano, straight into Holland's path, and Erling Haaland with one last chance before halftime. Scalvini deals with it nicely. Francisco couldn't really clear it up the field, but it was cleared enough. We are in extra time, 15 minutes left to go. Hado is on, Giovanni Arena on that cam, Vera Maria and whatever his name is, and on that right mid, and then also Vindal is on at left back just for a little bit of freshness for these last 15 minutes as we look to hang on to this 1-goal lead in the Champions League final. Out wide to Francisco Cancello. Francisco, who didn't score the game winner, Forbes did, and he might have just somehow scored a 5th to seal it. A mix in between the Man City defenders and goalkeepers, and Forbes slips right through all 3 of them into the back of the net. It's 5-3, and Ajax are going to be your Champions League winners. Now, how the heck did this happen? The pass from Francisco, Gavardio, he touched it and then touched it back, and he megged the goalkeeper, and Forbes just simply had to run in and just tap it into the back of the net, and it's 5-3 for Ajax. Francisco over the top for Forbes. Can he get a brace in extra time? It's Forbes on the goal sheet. It's Forbes with a brace. 6-3 against Manchester City, and for the first time since 1995, Ajax are going to be lifting that Champions League trophy. Game over. Ajax Champions League winner. A hat-trick in extra time for Forbes gets the job done over the line. And we are your Champions League winner here. 100th minute, 109th minute, 117th minute from Ajax. 5 straight unanswered goals after Man City took a 3-1 lead here against us. But we turn it around. We get the job done. Giovanni Reina, Viermuren, Wrench, Andrew, the boys are celebrating here. Akpom even there as well. Not obviously in the starting 11, or not in the ending 11, I should say. Forbes is probably the man of the match as a hat-trick in the extra time to get the win. In fact, he scored the game winner early in the extra time, pretty relatively early in there as well. But it's going to be Vermeuren, the young Belgium, to lift the trophy here. And for the first time since 1995, the boys in black and white are your Champions League winners. Ajax is going back to the Netherlands. Leave a like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments what rebuild you want me to do next. England, Italy, lowest rated team, highest rated team that we transform into the lowest rated team, the poorest club, the richest club. Let me know in the comments what you want me to do next Wednesday. But for now, leave a like, subscribe, and I'm out.